everyone. So it's been a while since I've just vlogged here. I wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on with us and in the world. Hi, Bo. You wanna come up here? Yeah. Hi. How do we keep moving when it feels like the world is at a standstill? The world is not at a standstill. The sun is coming out. Oh, I'm sorry, Bo. The sun is coming out every day. The world is still very much moving. We might be experiencing a pause right now, and we can use this pause wisely so that we can be ready for when the world unpauses, or we can sit back and wait and kind of do what a lot of us have done in their life, myself included, which is wait for someone else to do something. And I don't want to be a part of that group. I want to be ready for when we can be past this to be the best possible person I can in this world for everyone. So I did want to share some thoughts that I've been having talking to friends on, can this be in any way positive or beneficial? It has helped me to find some positivity and meaning in what's going on, so I'm hoping that you can find some comfort in that. I think the first is that life was never guaranteed. That's a really big lesson that I'm taking away. I lived life pretty good, is how I would say it. And I'm not gonna shit on myself. I'm definitely really proud of a lot of things that I've done. Moving here and being in Bryson City is one of them. Having the guts to even do this right now, making a video, this was really hard for me. But I was still playing life above average pretty good. And because it was pretty good and looked good in the outside, and I was, taking chances like moving here, and it was good enough to coast. It's very under the radar. But I wasn't playing life at 100%, and I always thought I had a tomorrow. I've been sitting on my book because I thought I had a tomorrow, and like me, I'm sure you might have some area of your life that you might be putting off because you think that there's tomorrow. And I don't say this to freak you out like that you can die. I mean, any one of us can die, but one of the things I'm learning with our entire world stopping as we know it for a month and possibly changing in a real way. There are no guarantees, but there never was a guarantee to begin with. So we're just piercing the veil through this, and that can feel really heavy. And it can also be an extremely urgent call to action in a really good way. I'm not living like that now. In fact, every single thing that I'm doing, I have been giving my full attention to. I've been living life at 100, and I'm tired by 9. Serious. Like, I know I wasn't living life at 100 because I haven't really left my house most days, and I'm exhausted from how present and how much I'm giving to each and everything I do. Presence is something else that I feel we're absolutely being called to right now. On a very practical level with this disease, which is unforgiving, so unforgiving, but we're being called to be acutely aware to a degree that I think many of us have not had to be. I certainly haven't. We get to be aware of every single thing we touch, disinfecting. Our life or someone else's lives can depend on it. I mean, it's really it requires an extreme amount of presence to be that diligent with what you're doing with your hands even. And on a deeper level, that presence is also what we're being called to right now at home. We're being called to be present at home. And I've never been this present in my life, really. Maybe you can relate, but I have moments in my life where I'm living it, and I can think back on these times, and there have been a few times in my life where I felt like I was there, I was alive, I was present. And most of my life in the recent years have been mostly there, pretty good, intellectually aware, but not really feeling it and being there. And I'm really grateful for that big wake-up call, because I've been present with friends, family, even though I can't see them, in a way that I haven't been. I've been paying attention. I feel awake. And I feel that that's an extremely good thing for all of us to be going through. And I'm really personally excited to be experiencing that as a collective shift with everyone. And I think only good can come from that amidst all this other horrible stuff that's going on that genuinely breaks my heart. Lastly, who do you want to be in this new world? And I don't say that to be dramatic. I feel like if you're blessed enough to not have your life be disrupted in any way right now, and you can ride this out for a month and your situation will be more or less the same, I'm so happy for you. As a matter of fact, I hope it is that way for a lot of you. But for the rest of us, I know that 1 month, and at this point, if April 30th is truly not going to be moved back, and that's the deadline where the world can go back, or at least the world as we know it in the United States can go back to life as it was, that's a month and a half that a lot of businesses have been suffering. And I like to think positive, but I'm also a realist. I know that a month and a half is a really long time for any business, especially a small business. So I don't kid myself that there might be changes that don't go back to being the same after this is over for a lot of businesses, which means for a lot of people that are employed by small businesses like myself. I see people acclimating at a level that it's really inspiring how some businesses are really in an instant. You know, things that took so much longer, again, in a time where we had all the time in the world, I'm seeing entire company-wide changes being made now. That can be really cool. It can be very scary, and especially if you're one of the many people who have lost their job or experienced a change in their circumstance because of this, and I'm one of those people. And it can feel scary, but it can also feel like a really amazing call to action to get creative, to get tricky, to acclimate. And we're all a lot more resourceful than we think. So I really hope a lot of us will take this time to take stock and see how they've been showing up, what you've been creating, what do you want to create. I know I'm sitting with this question, and I already have some ideas of who and how I want to be that I'm already putting to practice. I want to be present, vulnerable. I want to be here. I want to be seen. And I want this world that we go back to, I want us all to be more aware about how connected we are, more compassionate to each other. I mean, we're all going through some shit, and even the internet has never felt safer to me. Seriously, even the trolls are on Team Human, and I have to be thankful for that. So I really hope sharing this with you helps. It's helpful for me to get this out and say it. I haven't been able to access this positivity a lot. I think that we're all in this together, and I would love to hear what's going on with you, how you're feeling, what you want to create, what you can do with this time. Thank you so much for listening in. Thank you for all of the positive messages and just for being there, for being who you are. And it's really been such an amazing experience to have our paths cross with some of the people who see us on video. I know, Bo, I gotta go. My dog is wanting to get out. So thanks for listening.